Hello there, this is VOD review number 4. Let's get into it. Okay, right here. Just like, you saw him. You did a flick, but it was low, so it wasn't straight, so you did something like along the lines of this. Then you moved here, then here, and then killed him. That is pretty incorrect, because that generally slows you down a lot, and especially in Diamond, if you do this consistently, you're gonna get killed every single time. Instead, you should just do a straight line like this to his head and just complete the micro and eliminate him. He's literally standing still. Look, you can see it. See? That is also too much tension. As I was talking about the tension. You're shooting before you're on target, so that is poor confirmation. Like you shot here. You didn't move your crosshair first, like with micros. Like you should have moved the crosshair here and then shot on his head. But you instead just like shot early and then did it again. Here, and then there, and then just started shooting before aiming, which is also a pretty poor habit. Again, you're shooting before on target. You see the target here. You can just move your crosshair with it. Like you can see that it's going there, like straight. You can move your crosshair here and just eliminate it in one clean motion and forget about it. But you instead decide to move here, here, and then just drag a spray, which is really inconsistent in Valorant. This one, exact same thing, but just like you're using a little bit less tension, which is better. Almost the same thing, yeah. Again, shooting before on target. As you can see, he wasn't even looking at you, but you're trying to react as fast as possible, and you're like shooting first and then aiming, which is incorrect. Like you saw him here. You can just, he isn't even looking at you, he's moving. You can just calmly move your crosshair here, and then just eliminate him. But you instead decide to move it here, shoot, and then eliminate him. He could have easily turned, and then if you miss one more shot, you're dead. That's a good shot. Again, shaky though. Even this one. As you can probably see, you're kind of doing this motion. You're kind of doing this motion, which means you're probably dead gripping your mouse, which is really incorrect because it makes for a lot of bad habits and it also worsens over time. So if you're like playing a competitive game and you get into a scenario where it is like 10 to 12, so like 22 rounds in, for example, you're probably not gonna aim like at all. You're just gonna shoot and run, which is not optimal, especially in the higher rank. Same thing here. You're just jittering, which is probably caused by you over tensing your mouse. Like as you can probably see, I'm gonna draw that. If I tense my mouse as hard as I can, even if my crosshair is here and I try to flick on her head, look what happens. I cannot do it. I'm flicking here and then here and then here and then I go there. Instead, if you're more loose, your crosshair can just move like that here and eliminate her as she moves. Again, same thing, shooting before even aiming, with a lot of tension. That was a good flick, but yeah, you shot again before confirming the micro. Again, look, you're generally shooting before aiming. Just like, you're not sure you're on target, you just flick randomly, pray to hit the target, and then just, like, you're doing this, and then just shoot. Instead of the correct way, which would be this, then maybe a micro, and then completely kill the target with comb aim. I can see this bot habit skyrocket when you get more pressure into you. Like, this is a deathmatch, this is not the most pressure environment, but like in ranked, it's probably ugly as hell. Again, like, you're shaking, you can see your mouse, like, you did this, and then that, and then you killed her. Instead of just doing a doing a simple micro that is literally 1 centimeter long, and then just killing her. Yeah. Again, spraying, but like before aiming and a lot of tension. You can generally notice that with like your crosshair shaking along your screen. Like, look, your crosshair went like this. Your crosshair went like this, and then like that, and like this, and then you killed him. Which is pretty awful if you ask me, because you're wasting time. Exact same thing here. That's a good shot though. That was a bit better because the tension was more controlled and lower. This one was with a lot of tension, but it worked. And yeah, that was nice as well. This is probably one of the clearer examples of like shooting before aiming and combined with tension. So your crosshair is not on target. We can see that clearly. And you're here, and then you start shooting, and then you also tense up because you started shooting and you're not getting the kill, and you start moving, but you move with tension, which makes it like this, and you completely do a circle around the target instead of killing it simply. Again, same thing, just like spraying and not confirming at all. Again. Same thing. Just shooting before you're on target, and then just tensing up a lot. The best way to explain how you're playing right now is probably stressed. Like you're dead gripping your mouse. You're like shooting before on target. You're playing like really preemptively and not reactively. Again, shooting before, but this time the second bullet hit. This is also a really good example, because the target was shift walking towards you, which is probably the easiest way to get a kill. Your crosshair was generally on the target. You should have just shot a bullet and forgot about it. But instead, it happened to you happened to jitter, and you got here, and then the target had a shot and almost killed you. Like, as you can probably see, your crosshair is literally on target. Like right here. You literally have to make a... You don't have to do anything, you just have to click. But you tense instead and you make the unnecessary movement. Again, you tracked this head perfectly, like as you can probably see. Just 1 second. The head track was pretty perfect. Like, you saw the target. You got here. Your crosshair is literally on target right now and you have completely stopped. If you shot here, that's a kill. It's a kill as well. Then you track, that's a kill as well over here. And then you just tensed up instead of doing a straight line and shooting when, you know, your crosshair is overlapped with the enemy's head. You just tensed up and moved here. And then had to come back. Which is pretty bad. See, one more. And you shot and then got here. And then had to spray down. And you just got killed. Which is pretty unfortunate. Same thing. Just like you're shooting and then aiming. You need to aim first and then shoot. And you're also combining this with tension and it's making you impossible to hit shot. That's a better kill. But yeah, especially you can see here how much time did it take you to kill a person that you saw. You saw him here, you pulled out your gun, you did this, and then you killed him. Instead of just pulling up like that, and then shot him first. You're doing many excess movements because you're like over tensing and you're shooting before confirming. Which is a really bad combo, which is completely ruining your micros. Like, even if the target is standing still, as you could probably saw at the start, you're like doing around 2 to 3 shots that are necessary before killing it. Same thing, exact same thing, but just like this time the target was actually looking at like pressure, in turn, which in turn like makes it more difficult for you not to tense, and yeah, the cycle continues. And I can assure you this will be much worse in ranked, because there is much more pressure there, especially if you play duelist. That's a good shot. Again, you're just like not confirming. That was more of a movement issue here. Nice shot. But yeah, you see the problem now. Like, you're here, the target pulls up, you're seeing it, and like, it has a disadvantage because it's going towards you, like this. And she has to stop, and then shoot. You're completely stopped, you just have to flick. 1 second, you just have to flick to her. Micro adjustment in the same direction, and just stop and click. Just like with firm pressure. I'm going like this. But you instead do this, like you completely tense up, you go here, there, and then you just die. The target has already moved again, which makes it 10 times more difficult. But yeah, you get the main gist. Like, first off, the overtension is a big problem. Also, the shooting before aiming part is the bigger problem that combined with the first one just makes you completely immune to micros. You cannot micro adjustment because like you make it impossible for yourself, and maybe like some movement error along the way. I can't tell because there's no graph here. And yeah, that's pretty much it.